friends, and welcome to another Friday Pick a Card. So today we've got the 3 bundles available for you again, as you can see in the image below. And really spend some time focusing on the 3 bundles and spend some time focusing on the image to see which of the 3 bundles is the one that really calls out for you today. So I'm going to stick with the same theme as what we've done over the last couple of weeks. So we're going to work with Oracle and we're going to work with Tarot. And today I am using the Oracle that I'm working with is the Nature's Whispers Oracle. These are really absolutely beautiful. The imagery is absolutely stunning. And then the tarot that I'm going to be working with is the Tarot Everywhere deck. It doesn't have a box, it just came as the pack of cards, so it's the Tarot Everywhere that I will be using, which is, I know I said about most of the packs, but this is definitely one of my favorites. It's a photograph deck, so just to show you very quickly, it's all photographs of real life situations and real life stories, which makes it actually so easy to read and to work with. So I really do love the Tarot Everywhere deck. So you've got the image below that you can look at to choose which of the 3 bundles calls to you, but we will be shuffling and drawing the cards live through each of the sections. So I hope you are well, I hope you've had a good week so far, and I hope the rest of your week and your weekend ahead is absolutely fabulous. So we'll see you with your bundle. And welcome to those of you who have chosen bundle 1 as the bundle that has the message that you need to hear today. I hope you chose this bundle by listening to your body, listening to your heart, and listening to your soul, and not just because it's, the one that you always pick every Friday when we do our pick of cards. In case you didn't listen to the intro, in case you didn't watch and you don't know what decks we're using, today we are going to be using the Nature's Whispers Oracle cards, and I'm going to be also drawing from the Tarot Everywhere deck. And I haven't pre-selected the cards, so we're going to do a shuffle and go straight into them. So here we have all the Nature's Whispers. This is the back of the cards. Aren't they just absolutely stunning? Stunning, stunning. So I'm going to give them a shuffle. And as always, when I use bundle 1, I haven't pre-decided, I haven't decided ahead of time whether I'm doing 1, 2, 3, or 4 cards. I have absolutely no idea. We're just guided as we shuffle and as we draw. So giving these a good shuffle, and they are quite big, so I do struggle with the shuffle. I always look like an amateur when I'm shuffling. Right, so we're looking for the theme for the reading. We're going to use this Oracle deck to give us the theme for the reading today. So giving a shuffle, give us the theme for those of you who chose bundle 1. Right, so I'm going to gather the cards, and I'm going to just do that, and I'm going to choose that one over there. Oh, I like that. Let's see if I can hold it that you can see it. Just look at that. Sorry, I know this camera doesn't always want to focus. Maintain your childlike spirit. Let me hold it that you can see. Maintain your childlike spirit. Isn't it just absolutely exquisite? So that is the theme for the reading today, is to maintain your childlike spirit. I'm going to put the oracles aside. Let's take, so the first thing that comes to me when I read that is maintain your childlike spirit, is maybe we've been too serious this week. Maybe we haven't played enough. Maybe we've been too focused on achieving goals and getting things done and being the right kind of person and all that kind of thing. And so maintain your childlike spirit is not telling you to give up on your dreams. It's not telling you to stop being so ambitious. It's not telling you to stop working so hard. But what it is telling you is, to have some fun on the in-between and to take a light-hearted approach to everything that we do. Okay, so I'm now going to start shuffling the Tarot Everywhere. And I love these. Look how tiny they are. They fit so perfectly in my hand. So I'm going to give them a shuffle. And we're going to draw a couple from these. So this particular tarot deck is a photograph deck. And I absolutely adore it. I really do. Right, so you can see, a lot easier for me to shuffle the little deck than to shuffle the big ones. Okay, so they are shuffled. And I'm just going to hold them like that. And I'm going to take that card. Let's do another one. And I want, it's always easier if they're together to fan it and draw. Right, so I've chosen 3. The first one I got is the 10 of Swords. Ten of Swords typically is not the best card. Ten of Swords is normally one of, I'm just going to lie here and die. Ten of Swords is like, I'm exhausted, I'm fed up, I'm finished and klaar, as we say here in South Africa. Okay, so that's the Ten of Swords. The Ten of Swords is generally a feeling of exhaustion. I can't carry on anymore. I don't want to do this anymore. I want off. So you can see he's stuck in a tunnel and he's probably ready to give up. He's probably ready to just like, I'm not doing this. Okay, so that was the first card we drew. The second one we drew was the Eight of Swords. I mean, here we got barbed wire. And again, for those of you here in South Africa, you know all about barbed wire. Barbed wire is what we put all over our fences to keep the robbers and the baddies out, okay? And barbed wire hurts. You can see those spikes. If you come anywhere near it, it's going to hurt you, okay? It is absolutely going to hurt you. But the barbed wire is not there. It's only there to hurt you if you do something wrong. If you don't do anything wrong, if you don't go near it, if you don't touch it, if you don't try and climb over it, it's not going to hurt you. So it's not going to jump out and hurt you unless you touch it. And then the final card that I drew was the Ace of Cups, and just look at that beautiful waterfall. Okay, so let me look at these four, because I am obviously including the Maintain Your Childlike Spirit. So the Ten of Swords is basically, I'm seeing it that, you know, it's been a tough week, it's been a tough month, it's been a tough year for most of us. Okay, so those of you who chose bundle one, it's been incredibly hard, and you are feeling like, you know, we may be the middle of October, we may be heading towards the end of the year, but you don't know if you're going to make it. You don't know if you're actually going to get to the end of the year unscathed. Okay, you are feeling, I want to just try and hold them there, you can see them all. So now I'm looking at the Eight of Swords. So you are feeling like you are trapped, you are feeling like you are bound, you are feeling like you are stuck, you are feeling like you can't actually progress, and you feel like any movement you make, you're going to get stabbed, you're going to get spiked, you're going to get into trouble. Okay, and what we need to understand with the Eight of Swords is that often the feeling of trapped and isolation and stuck is a figment of the imagination. So the barbed wire is there to protect you, not to harm you, not to keep you in. If you look carefully, instead of focusing on the barbed wire, if you look around, you're going to see that there's a gate in the fence. You're going to see that there is an exit. Okay, there is another part to it, but you're focusing on what isn't right. And maybe that's why we've got the Ten of Swords happening as well, because maybe you're focusing on what isn't working for you instead of focusing on everything. And again, I'm going to bring in maintain your childlike spirit. Take everything with a pinch of salt. Take everything, have a slightly light-hearted attitude towards everything. Don't be so fixated on everything being absolutely perfect all the time. The Ace of Cups, the third card that I drew, the Ace of Cups is basically saying to you that, you know what, there are people around you, there are situations and people and circumstances around you where you can get help. Okay, so there are people around you. I just don't know how to hold three cards that you can see all three of them at the same time. Okay, so the Ace of Cups is basically saying to you that these new opportunities around you that could lighten the load. There are new opportunities around you that could make it a bit easier for you, make it a bit better for you. But if you are so focused, make sure I'm pointing to the right card, if you are so focused on the tunnel, the darkness, the lack of oxygen, the struggles, the difficulties, if that's what you're focusing on, you're never going to see the opportunities. You're never going to see the people that are actually around who can help you. If you be silly every now and again, take a break every now and again, take your shoes off and go and stand outside on the grass every now and again, if you don't maintain your sense of humor, because that's what childlike spirit is, if you don't maintain your sense of humor, you're going to lose it. Okay, I just want you to see that she's, hoping the camera will focus, that she's swinging. Okay, look at her, she is so carefree, she is so happy in the moment, and while she's swinging, that's the only thing she's thinking about. While she's swinging, she's not contemplating homework, she's not contemplating what she needs to do tomorrow and what she did yesterday. She's not worried about the tunnel that she can't get out of. She's like, oh, swinging is fabulous. So this is what you need to do. Take a little bit of a light-hearted attitude towards everything that you're doing. Don't be so serious. I understand that the way you are right now is difficult. I understand that the situation you find yourself in right now is not ideal, okay? But it is not over. If you give up, this is where you stay forever. But if you realize that the barbed wire is protecting you, not trapping you, And if you realize that there are people around you who can lighten the load, who can help you, who can offer new opportunities, maybe even just an ear to listen to your troubles, there are people around, okay? So those of you who chose bundle 1, I do hope that there was something in that message that appeals to you. I do hope that there's some kind of truth in there that just sort of makes you realize it's going to be okay. You are not stuck in the tunnel forever. If you call out, wait, I'm picking up the wrong one. If you call out, somebody's going to hear you. And you know what? At the end of your tunnel, you've got this beautiful waterfall waiting for you. So don't fixate on the tunnel. Keep moving. Keep going. I know it's hard. I know it's difficult. But the waterfall, the oasis, the happiness and the joy waits for you. And try and see it as an adventure. Try and see whatever you're going through right now as an adventure. With friends as always, with love and blessings from me to you. Until next week, Friday. Take care. And welcome to those of you who chose bundle 2 as the bundle that has the message that you need to hear today. Yeah, I really hope you found yourself at bundle 2 because you really looked at the cards and this is the bundle that was really calling out to you, and that it's not just the bundle you pick every single week. If you didn't watch the intro and you don't know which cards we're using today I am using Oracle cards from Nature's Whispers Oracle cards, and I am using tarot cards from the Tarot Everywhere deck. I have not pre-selected or pre-chosen. I'm going to shuffle and draw live on camera now, and I do hope that this message is exactly what you need to hear right now. So these cards, these are the Nature's Whispers Oracle that I'm shuffling now. They are quite big. The backs are so pretty with the butterflies and all the rest of it, but they are a bit big, and I always look like such an amateur when I shuffle, so forgive the messy shuffle, but let's give them a shuffle. We're asking that this first card that we draw set the tone of the entire reading. We're asking that the Oracle card give us the overall tone, the overall message, the overall theme for the reading that we're doing for you today. Okay, right, shuffled enough. That one went flying. I'm going to add it randomly into the middle because I don't take jumpers. Okay, so that's the entire deck, and I'm going to do that and stop and pick that one. Right, so bundle 2, you got expansion. Just look how beautiful that is. This deck is exquisite. If you're ever looking at getting an Oracle deck and you're uncertain as to which one, I highly recommend this one. So this is expansion. And I mean, if we look, oh gosh, my sense of direction trying to aim at cameras never works. So if you look at this card, I mean, just look at all the detail. Look at everything that there is. There is just so much. I mean, we've got the hand, we've got rainbows, we've got a lady, beautiful maiden on a deer, we've got the hummingbird, we've got, oh gosh, there's just so much there. And it is expansion. So the theme for your reading today, the theme for your message is going to be about achieving everything that we need to, reaching heights, gaining perspective, seeing things from a bigger point of view, and not giving up too easily, because it's all about what next step. Right, so the Tarot Everywhere, I'm going to give them a shuffle now, and they are such, I love the size of this deck. I wish all tarot decks could come into this size. It just works so beautifully for me. I can actually shuffle them. So we're going to draw 3 cards from the Tarot Everywhere to confirm and explain and add to our expansion message. Okay, right, I think that's a shuffle enough, and I'm going to take one. I want that one over there. I'm cheating and looking at them. You have to wait a minute. And I'm going to take that one over there. Right, so the 3 cards that you've got, the first one you've got the Page of Wands. And I mean, just looking at that card, doesn't it make you want to put on, girls, and some boys too, I suppose, put on a skirt and go twirling in the garden? Doesn't it just make you want to be in the moment and have some fun? You also got the 4 of Swords. So here we've got the church scene being introspective, and we got expired, death card. Please understand, this does not mean you or anybody you know is dying. That is not what the death card means. The death card is all about something coming to an end, something that doesn't serve you anymore coming to an end to make way for something better. So if you have a look at it, it is a meter, a pay meter that we used to have with our parking, where we park our cars. And your meter has expired, which means your shopping is over. It's time to go to the next shop. Okay, you've been in one place for too long, but we'll wrap it all up. Remember our theme. Remember the overall that we're looking at is expansion. Okay, so that is the theme that we're looking at, is expansion. So Page of Wands. What is the Page of Wands? The Page of Wands is all about being enthusiastic, being in the moment, being in the now. But it's also about understanding your purpose, understanding your function. It's about moving forward, being confident, being brave, not worrying too much about what everybody else says, not worrying too much about what everybody else thinks, being so confident in yourself that you can be twirling in your dress. Okay, so the Page of Wands is saying to you that, you know what, be courageous, be brave, be strong. Don't wait for somebody's approval. While you're waiting for something to happen, entertain yourself, be silly, be you, be truly authentic you. Then get it right. Okay, the next card we have is the Four of Swords. The Four of Swords is I always like to call it, it's the card of rest. It's the card of stop, wait, patience. Okay, it's the card that's telling you that, you know what, you've been so busy, you've accomplished so much, catch your breath. You've been twirling. You've been twirling for too much. Expansion is taking place. You know, this makes me think of children, for example. When do babies grow? When they're sleeping. You know, we eat, we take in all the nutrients, we take in everything, and then while we're sleeping, our body is growing. The expansion is happening when you are not aware of it. And you've been busy. You've been busy. You've been ticking off the boxes, achieving things, you know, doing everything that you need to do. And now it's time to just be quiet, be still, be patient. Okay, rest without going into a comatose type sleep. Rest, be mindful, be introspective, be aware of where you've come, how far you've come, all the things that you've achieved, and what's coming up for you. Because, and I'm going to hold this one up on its own, major transformation and change is taking place. Let's see if I can do this. I'm going to put the Death card in front. Hold it in the right direction, it might help. Major expansion is taking place for you right now. And this is what you need to realize, okay? Expansion cannot happen if you hold on to the clothes that you are wearing. If you are a tiny individual wearing tight clothing and you start expanding and you start picking up weight and you never change your clothes, eventually those clothes will shred and rip off, and that is the death. It's letting go of the clothes, letting go of the external that no longer serves you, so that you can grow, change, adapt, and be the better person that you need to be. You cannot. So if you buy yourself a one-bedroom house and you are a single person and you move into your one-bedroom house, you then get into a relationship and you get married. Now you are two people. Then you decide to have half a dozen children. So now you are 8 people, but you're still in a one-bedroom house. That house ain't working for you anymore. Okay? Your family can keep expanding. Absolutely. But you eventually are going to burst out of your one-bedroom place. So we have to let that one-bedroom place die. We need to sell it. We need to get rid of it so that we can buy a 2-bedroom, a 3-bedroom, whatever the sizes that we need. But we have to let go first. You may be lucky enough to be in a situation where you can go and buy all the houses you need and hold on to them all. But typically you've got to sell the one in order to buy another. You've got to let go of the old in order to make space for the new. And that's what the Death card is saying. The Death card is saying that it's time to leave the parking bay and move on to the next adventure. So, you have been so busy. You have been so creative. You have been so adventurous. You've done everything. You now need to be patient a little bit. You need to be still a little bit. You need to just allow all the changes to manifest. Allow the expansion to take place naturally. Okay? Don't be oblivious. Okay? Be mindful. Be part of. But allow the change to take place in its own natural way. Don't resist it. Don't try to stop the amazing expansion that is there for you. I really want you to Zoom in, focus, camera, focus. Let's see if I can get it to focus. I try every week, and every week I fail. It just doesn't want to focus. But this card is absolutely amazing. And friends, those of you who chose bundle 2, I do hope that there's a message in here for you. Please do not panic about the death card. Get excited about the death card. Let go of whatever is no longer serving you. Allow the expansion to take place naturally. Don't resist. If you resist, you will fail. Put on your skirt, put on your cowboy boots and go twirling while you wait, while you are patient for the change and everything that you deserve, the happiness and the joy that you deserve in life to come through for you. I hope there was something in that message that resonates with you. I do hope that there was something that just sparked a little something in your mind. If we did that, then we achieved everything that we needed to today. With love and blessings from me to you, until next week Friday. Bye bye. Hello friends, and welcome to those of you who chose bundle 3 as the bundle that has the message that you need to hear today. And I hope you came here really listening to your heart and soul, and not just because every week you choose bundle 3. I really hope you've looked at the cards that I had laid out and chose the bundle that really talks to you, really connects with you today. So in case you didn't watch the introduction, you're not sure which cards we're using today, I am using Nature's Whispers Oracle cards. Oh gosh, these are beautiful. And I am also using tarot cards from the Tarot Everywhere deck. I have not pre-selected, so we're going to shuffle and draw live on camera. These cards are quite big, and the back of them is really so pretty with all the butterflies. And you know me and my logo, I love my butterflies. So we're going to give the cards a shuffle. And because these cards are quite big, it is quite difficult for me to shuffle, so I always look like a bit of an amateur shuffling the cards. But we're shuffling the cards, setting the intention that the oracle card that we draw now sets the theme or the tone of the message that you are going to receive today. So that is the intention that we're setting as we're shuffling the cards, and we're going to draw a single card from them now. Right. So I have got them all together, and I'm going to just fan it and choose that one over there for you. Oh, lovely. Okay, let me just hold it there that the camera can focus. Infinite Blessings. These cards are really absolutely gorgeous. Infinite Blessings, just look at that. Just absolutely gorgeous. So we've got an angelic being who is putting infinite blessings on the whole town as she flies past. There we go. I think that's probably a better view for you to see infinite blessings. So that's going to be the theme of the message for you today, is infinite blessings. Right. So we're going to take the Tarot Everywhere, and you can see how lovely and small this deck is. I love it. I wish all tarot cards were this size. And I'm going to give them a shuffle, and we're going to ask for cards that are going to explain, describe, and give us the infinite blessings that we need. What areas of life, what it relates to, what do we need to know regarding the infinite blessings that are being bestowed upon us now for those of us who chose bundle 3. Okay, so given the cards, I think enough of a shuffle. Right, put them together so you can see I've got the whole deck, and I'm going to fan it, and I'm going to choose 1, 2, and the last one we'll take is that one over there. So the first card we've got is the 5 of Swords, and there lies a gun on the ground. Can you see that? Okay, I hope it comes through. We've got the 5 of Swords, we got the 6 of Cups sitting on the water's edge, looking out at the view, looking at town. And then we got the 4 of Swords. And if you did happen to watch any of the previous bundles, the 4 of Swords made an appearance previously, but its meaning is going to be different this time around. Okay, so let me have a look at what we've got. So remembering the oracle, or the theme that we have, is infinite blessings. And then we've got the 5 of Swords. And the 5 of Swords is quite an interesting card because it talks about understanding that sometimes we have to do things we don't like to do. It talks about times when we have to do things that don't always resonate with our soul. You know, especially in the work environment. Sometimes we have to do a job that we don't want to do, we don't like to do, but we have to do it. Sometimes we feel guilty about it, sometimes we don't. But it's basically saying to you that you've got to understand that sometimes in life we just have to go through the motions. But it also says that, not everybody is as honest and true as you are. You've got to understand that around you, you are surrounded by all sorts of people. And maybe you've been in a situation where you've had to do something you don't like, or somebody's done something to you that you don't like, okay? But the Five of Swords is saying sometimes we have to understand that life is life. It doesn't make it okay. It doesn't make it right. The Six of Cups is all about memories. It's all about thinking about how things used to be, thinking about the past, reminiscing, okay? Reminiscing about when life was a bit easier, reminiscing about the good old days, reminiscing about when things were simpler. And then we have the Four of Swords, and the Four of Swords is the card of patience, the card of rest, the card of recuperation, and the card the card of just being in the moment, being mindful and not doing anything. So you can see we've gone to church, we're sitting in church, we are contemplating. Okay, so this is the card of contemplation. So remember, the theme that we have is infinite blessings. The infinite blessings that are bestowed upon you is the fact that sometimes you've had to have done things that you didn't want to do. Sometimes you're not so proud of yourself. Sometimes things haven't always gone according to plan. But you know what? Instead of beating yourself up about it, instead of being so concerned with what happened in the past, because that's what this card is all about. It's all about in the past. You know what? Instead of spending so much time in contemplation, realize that what's happened has happened. What's taken place in the past has taken place in the past. Let's leave it there, dead and buried, okay? So give yourself a couple of days to really ponder, to really think, to really contemplate. Let me put these two together. To really contemplate the actions that have taken place and forgive yourself and let it go. Forgive yourself, forgive everybody else concerned, and let it go. See it as a blessing. Find the infinite blessing in whatever has taken place. There is always a blessing. There is absolutely always a blessing. Find that blessing, forgive yourself, move on, and allow yourself to be happy. That is why we go to a place like the church. We go there to ask for forgiveness. We go there to contemplate. We go there to really lay our heart on the table and say, this is who I am. This is what I've done. This is what I have felt. This is what I have achieved. This is what I have not achieved. Am I a bad person? Absolutely not. You are perfect as you are. But don't spend so much time pondering the past. Understand that the blessings, the infinite blessings that are being bestowed upon you now are happening now. They didn't happen in the past. They're happening now. So notice, be aware, let go of the past. Don't hold on to it. Let it go and be in the moment. Be in the now and realize that right now you are perfect. Right now you are everybody you need to be. You are absolutely perfect, and there are blessings around you galore. But if you are so obsessed about what happened in the past, you're not going to see the blessings that are right in front of you right now. So friends, those of you who chose bundle 3, I do hope that there was something in there that resonates with you. I do hope that there was something in there that speaks to your heart and soul. I hope that there's a little spark of, a little something that's ignited within you to help you make peace with your past and move forward. As always, with love and blessings from me to you. Until next week, take care.